So my husband and I decided to open Jasmine's Screw and Cantina here in Gaston. We already have a business. It's Jasmine's Lopez Agency. So here Gaston was the best place to open a second business. Exchange Bank made this really, really easy. I thought it was going to be a really hard process, but they were so nice, so sweet, and they explained everything by detail. And as you can see, they helped me make all this possible. It was really easy, and they were always there. They were just a phone call away.
J Dub White, what's up, baby? It's Alabama Auburn show, son. So what?
Hey, also my sister's birthday today.
What?
Yeah, man. She's 39 again.
I didn't know that.
How you not know? We have this conversation every year.
Happy birthday, Miss Bunny. I look really dark. I apologize. I've been in a tan a bit. Happy birthday, Miss Bunny. I hope you have a great birthday and a great Alabama Auburn show birthday.
Man, I am trying to find this picture that I cannot find, man.
What?
Blake and Nicole went down to Auburn, represented, and they got a great picture with Albee.
Okay.
I sent it to you.
Yeah, it was. Did you see what I just did? Don't it? I'm going there. Don't. I
Where's
can't.
that picture? You ain't look for it.
But you sent it to me earlier. It's a long time ago, Jared. I don't be looking at stuff, man. I be deleting stuff.
I want to show it, man. I want to show it because I appreciate because look, man, just look.
Oh, they bought that pendant for that baby.
And they got that bat and that ball schedule.
Did that.
He wanted to step up the Auburn stuff, man.
So I asked him to bring me something. He said, "You're not for Auburn, Jeff."
Is that? I don't find any fault in his logic.
No, he's 100% factual. Jerry, I am sitting here today looking at the mass of people at our holy ground. You have visited. I visited one hole about 13 years ago. Was able to go in illegally on the backside. Remember the shopping plaza used to be out there on?
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Okay, no, it's not there. No, it's a parking lot. But
yeah,
I was there and was able to go in because of someone very nice and just stand and look. I couldn't do anything else but stand there and look. Couldn't take a picture. Couldn't do any of that stuff. And pretty awesome. But we're looking at the holy ground. The Shambo is up -6 and Scheffler's -2. Tiger Woods is teeing off right now.
Mm-hmm. And so, my big connection there, who lives within 3 miles of the golf course, right? Who grew up there, whose parents still live there?
Yes. Yes.
Just the greatest doctor of all time, Sabrina Morgan Graves.
Yeah.
Lil James' wife.
There you go. Man.
So that's I gotta find. Hey Blake, send me that picture again, man. I can't find it.
Dude, Tiger Woods is looking jacked.
I'm Tiger Woods. You don't see me hanging out with Diddy.
I can't put my arms down. I'm Tiger Woods.
Sign on my butt says do not enter. I ain't hanging out at Diddy's house.
That dude ain't going to Diddy's house.
He ain't going to.
Never.
He's going to Diddy's next door neighbor. Never mind.
Let's see what he does. Let's pause.
Hey,
he's hitting the cut. Beautiful shot. Look at that cut.
I got to record. I'm not.
I'm just telling you. Middle of the fairway, top of the hill, on one, which you got to be on top of that hill. And Tiger,
we got Rory, man. See, if Rory's going to win, the last 6 tournaments, the last 6 times he's played this tournament,
right?
He shot low 70s,
really?
72 to 76. He has horrible first days. If he can get over that and get a 68, 69, even a 70, I think he could be in condition. Although tomorrow, right, the rest of the week's going to be good. But the weather that's rolling in right now, the wind's picking up. Could get 40, 50 mile an hour winds. But hey, this is not the Masters show.
It is not. And Jason Day just shanked it to the left. Thank you. But even though I like Jason Day, this is the Alabama Auburn show, son, and we
And you
fired.
went against Jason Day.
I ain't got nothing against Jason Day. His beard is a little too perfect. I don't like that.
Hmm.
It's a little much. I think he goes to the barbershop every 2 days.
I like that Cameron Smith went to got his mullet cut off.
Did he?
He,
Did he get
yeah,
it?
he did. He still got a Joe Dirt face.
Okay, let's pause for a moment.
Yeah.
My dude is hitting the ball right now.
They're all your dudes.
Max Homa's my boy, though.
Everybody's your boy.
Uh-huh.
It's like being a pastor in a Baptist church.
You ain't my boy.
Mm-mm.
You my dog.
Dude, I got somebody mad at me yesterday because I said something about Baptist church.
Who was doing? I know you did. I was on the phone when you said it. Matter of fact, this is what you did to me. Listen, listen. I'm gonna tell everybody on this. Ain't nobody commented yet, but I'm gonna tell everybody what Jerry White did. If you want to know what Jerry does, ask me. So
That's fair.
We're on the phone. We're talking. A good conversation. Till I got rudely interrupted and I had to click over. Jerry goes, dude, I see this Baptist walking up. Stay on the phone with me because I'm fixing to embarrass him. and Jerry White says this. Ready? Hey, brother, I thought I would see a Baptist here at Walmart. And he smiled for a moment and then...
Dude went from smiling to mean mugging just like that.
Which proves your case. He's Baptist.
He's Baptist, man. Very Baptist. What up, Pastor Scott?
Oh.
It was great. Hey, can I'm gonna let you lead the segue off with the Alabama Auburn show, Jeff, because this week, Alabama A-Day game.
It's the final. Today's the final practice before A-Day game.
Okay.
And they're getting fired up, getting ready to go in and play. It's going. They'll be likely in front of 85 to 90,000. Who knows? Depending on who gets the itch, they could go up to 100,000 people be in that stadium. Pack it out to watch these guys practice and play and just kind of see the look of what's going on there. So I'm fired up about it. But I will tell you one thing, and I know you're going to love this, and you probably have already got it written down, that Jeff, if there's one thing Jeff's going to say, he's going to say this, and it will be this, that Malachi Moore is staying. He's going to be there, and he's moving.
Of course.
He's moving full-time to safety, and I think that's a good move. I mean, this guy's played over 30 games at the University of Alabama, and so he knows the atmosphere. He knows the crowd. He knows what to expect. He's a big game guy. He had all of this NIL money thrown at him to come over to the Nemesis and play over at Auburn or play over at the other side of the state. The other border of the state there, those jokers trying to get him. But I'm so thankful that he's staying and he's moving full-time to safety. I think that's a good move. What are your thoughts on Malachi?
Malachi Moore is incredible. He's a leader. Man, I would be okay putting Malachi Moore outside linebacker, right? He can play whatever. Brother may play quarterback at Auburn, the way the Auburn quarterbacks look. I mean, Malachi Moore is an absolute beast.
Yeah, he's a stud, man. I mean, there's no doubt. He started 30 games. 30, you probably know, 34.
Why would I know? I'm the Auburn side of this equation.
You know everybody's side of the thing. So anyway, he's used to atmosphere, so I'm glad that he's staying and hanging out there at Alabama. But your favorite position is linebacker, other than fullback, and we don't have a whole lot of true fullbacks nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a linebacker by nature, and you love the position of linebacker. So you've got some studs there. You've got Campbell that's staying at Alabama, and he's not staying, but he's coming in Alabama. He's getting ready to do some work, and then you got Lawson, and then you got Jefferson, which is some good linebacker names, right? I mean, that's great. But here's the group that scares me a little bit. These are some names that are new, other than Quintarius Robertson, right? You got to get these guys to stay healthy. Lawson's got to stay healthy. That's something that Alabama's got to depend on, is some of these guys staying healthy. I mean, they do have some depth, but I don't think it's the depth of Alabama's past. Gary Player's getting ready to. I love watching this, by the way. I'm sorry. The inaugural tee off.
Gary. Oh, yeah, you didn't watch it yet?
No, I didn't. Gary gave that kick like he always does. That's so cool, man. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But then tell me if you know these names right here. Keanu Knott, brand new.
Mm-mm.
He's these are guys taking the first team snaps. All the last few practices for the University of Alabama is Knott and Robertson, obviously. And then the secondary, you got Jackson, Jackson Brown. You got Moore, and then you got Devontae that are going to be there that are doing some work. So I'm anxious to see it. I'm going to record what's going on. Bruce to Kentucky. Brian Stanfield says, "Yep." I'm anxious to see what Alabama does Saturday. I'm going to record it. But here's the deal. You've said this a million times, whether it be Notre Dame and their game or Auburn or Georgia, whoever. You're not going to see everything you need to see that's going to make you be sold on Alabama or Auburn. And you said it just a couple of days ago about Auburn. You said, man, they didn't show me much, but
Mm-mm.
do they ever show much except for when they throw it down the field a couple of times, 4 or 5 times during their inter squad games?
Well, why would you show anything at an 8A game?
No.
Yeah, you're not going to. But I was very disappointed in what I saw at the Auburn game from a few different positions. One, highlight Cam Coleman, grown man, dude's incredible. He went from there to his high school prom, right? The dude can do everything. So, but Brian Stanfield, Bruce Pearl going to Kentucky right now is the equivalent of Brian Stanfield going to Kia.
Brian Stanfield ain't going to Kia.
It ain't gonna happen.
He ain't going. Now, if you said Brian Stanfield is going to Honda, that's
I didn't say that.
Of Bruce Pearl going to Kentucky.
Alabama A&M.
Brian Stanfield, I got you back, dog. I got you back.
You know, you Bama people be sticking together like that.
But,
So let's talk.
I'll take care
Go
of
ahead. I would say let's talk a little. I know this is gonna be a short show today. Thank you to our sponsors. Love Fully Loaded. What about our people at Exchange Bank, Jeff?
Man, look, Exchange Bank's been taking care of us and our ministry for 24 years, 24, 23 years. Ain't nobody better than Exchange Bank for us and our ministry. They tell us what to do, what not to do. They protect everything that we do. So Exchange Bank, Rainbow City, in any location. You guys are incredible, and thank you for everything that you do and sponsoring everything that we do at Kapow. And then Fully Loaded, man.
Throw your trash away.
Nothing better, no one better. There's not any better people that you and I know, and we know a lot of people. These guys will be in the top 10 of the people that you and I know. Fully Loaded.
No question. And I'm gonna throw you a fully loaded question in a minute.
Okay.
Right now, let's talk a little Auburn football, Jeff. We'll finish. We'll let you finish with Alabama since they do play again on Saturday. My takeaways were the quarterbacks suck. That was my takeaway, and I get that 8A game, but when you're not really fundamentally sound, when your starting quarterback, which will be Thorne, and yeah, he didn't get to run like he normally does. He did run for 20 yards, I think, or something like that. He was lazy with his feet, didn't throw good balls. I thought Brown was the best that I saw. He was by far, I think, the best quarterback of the 4. I think the strongest arm was Walker White. He threw a couple balls to the outside from opposite hash marks were just on point. So he just needs some time to develop. I think he's going to end up being the guy. But when you just look at the stats from that game, Peyton Thorne, 9 of 13, 133 yards, a touchdown, 20 yards rushing. 9 for 13, 133 yards. Sounds like, man, that's pretty impressive. It really wasn't. It wasn't. Hank Brown, 5 of 12, 103 yards. He hit a little seam route to Cam Coleman, which is the big play of the game, really, which is very, very impressive. Walker White, 5 of 13, 83 yards, and Holden Gerner, the who everyone else says was the second team quarterback, 7 for 10, 46 yards. Very vanilla offense, didn't show much. I think the offensive line is where they're going to have to make a big push. And they did get a help. They got that kid transferred over from Mississippi State. The big tackle is going to be good, but they had a recruiting win yesterday, Jeff, as Cardi Smith committed, the big 4-star, 6'5", 285 from Mobile. The kid is a bruiser. So now they got 2 big tackles committed in this class. 164, 165, both at that 300-pound mark. One from Fairburn, Georgia, who won a state championship in Georgia last year or 2 years ago. So 2 big tackles for Auburn. That's something they've been missing for a while. And then they also got the kid, more of an inside guard player. I think his name is Dowlin he's from Athens. 6'6", around 300. So 3 big offensive line commits so far in this class of 10. And they got that one yesterday. Cardi Smith, that is a big pickup. But let's talk about a loss that I think everyone thought was going to happen, and that was Alvin Henderson commits to Penn State over Auburn. That is a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Truly, I mean, we watched film on this kid a lot, Jeff, because we thought he was going to be playing against Kusa. He's the 1A back, 2-time 1A back of the year at Elba. The kid holds the state record for 61 touchdowns last year. There wasn't a stutter. 61. The kid is a beast, and he said he's going out of state, wants to do something different, and that he loves the fact that how Penn State develops running backs. So very, very intriguing. I really thought Henderson would go to Auburn, and he picked Penn State and Miami over Penn State, Miami. I'm having a stroke here trying to watch the Masters. He picked Penn State over Auburn, over Florida State, over Miami. So huge commitment list. Again, he will be an upcoming senior. So still some time maybe for Auburn to get back in that and try to persuade him to stay in state. They need him, man. I think Auburn needs this kid. A bruiser, big back, a lot of speed. They absolutely need him.
Yeah. Well, I think it was 3 or 4 Alabama Auburn shows before that you were talking about this kid, and you said I'm not sold if he's coming to Auburn or not.
Yeah,
and that's kind of rang true. But Auburn does need this kid. I mean, any school needs this young man to come and play for them. And let me read a comment for you. Brian Stanfield, the Pearson Chevrolet, I'm going to call him Pearson because that's where they are. Pearson Chevrolet gangster says, I heard that Disney's coming out with a new movie called The Frozen Freeze Show. Just playing. I'm just playing.
Well, let me say, Brian, that I think Freeze is going to do a great job at Auburn. And if he wasn't going to do a great job, Brian, I don't think you would have needed a 4th and 31 miracle. I'm just saying.
Dude,
let him get some recruits in. Let him. He's calling the offense this year. Also got Derek Nix down there after spending 16 years at Ole Miss.
Yes. Yes.
So that's going to be huge. And again, people don't drive your car off in a ditch because the 8A game wasn't that good. It was vanilla. Your kickers look great.
Yes.
I mean, they kicked and freaking kicked and kicked some more. I think they just kicked another one. Jeez.
They just kick.
So Stephen Culberson said he knows Bama's going to be better than Auburn, but War Eagle. How would you know that? What kind of fandom are you showing?
I don't know.
DJ Culberson.
I love DJ Red. Pick it Red. I love DJ Red, but the reality is no one knows what's going to happen right now. No one. This could kick us back to the reboot of the Alabama Auburn 90s, late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s rivalry when you have no idea who's
Sure.
going to win that game when they come in. And this very well could take us back to that. Let me say this for our Alabama people: if you're looking to go and just take your kids and your family to something that is fun, um, and just there's all. By the way, there's free parking at the A-Day game. Just take your family and just go to one of the lots, and they're going to park you. You go park, and then you get to go into the A-Day game for free. Now you got to get there on time because if there's 103,000, 101,000, whatever it is that gets there before you're not getting in. But it's a great experience to take your family to. I mean, there's food that's incredible. The people are great. They kind of usher everybody out. Hey, get out of here. We're bringing people in. We got to sell some season tickets. Not that that's a problem with Alabama, but they're putting on a show. They've got every major media outlet in the country that's going to be there. So they're putting on a show trying to. So it's a great experience to take your family to. So get out there and do that. Take your family. Look, you can just go to uagameday.com, uagameday.com, and it will take you to everything that you need to know about going to the A-Day game. Look, I know a lot of you can't go. A lot of us can't go to an Alabama game because it's pricey. But this is something you could take your kids to and let them see their favorite players out there on the field. It will look different because coaches are out there on the field with them. But it's something that you can take your family to and get these pictures and get a picture in front of the Bryant, Bear Bryant statue and the Nick Saban statue and go to the Bryant Denny Museum there and just enjoy a great time. So I'm trying to sell it, not that they need me to sell it, but it's something that you could go to that's pretty stinking awesome.
It's always a great event, man.
Yeah.
Always a great event. There is no question. It is incredible. Um, man, what is it? Oh, two things. Let me backtrack. Let me get off of Auburn, Alabama, totally just for a second.
Okay.
Hey, since Brian Stanfield's watching, Brian, our condolences. Seriously, um, your father-in-law passed away.
Oh.
So, what, last week I think it was, or within the last 2 weeks. So again, Brian, our sincere apologies, condolences. I know how much he meant to your stepdaughters, to your wife, or stepdaughter to your wife, and to yourself. So again, off topic, but it just jumped in my mind. That seriously, man, seriously, our condolences.
Absolutely, man. My bad. And Brian did say this. This is so funny. I love when Brian Stanfield kicks on. And he says, Jerry just roasted me, so I'm out.
He's an idiot. Right. I love that dude. He's one of the Alabama fans, man, that you can go at. He'll come back at you. It's fun. So now, Alabama Auburn, Jeff.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk predictions. Way too early for that. We will start talking some recruiting stuff coming up.
Okay.
And it'll be a lot easier to get some of these big time Alabama Auburn people on with us after Saturday, so everybody's kind of freed up. Yeah. What are you looking forward to in the next few weeks? So I guess our next week's Thursday Alabama Auburn show will be live from the golf course.
Yes.
Or live on the way home from the golf course.
Either or, yeah. Probably, if I had to guess, we're going to be on our way home from Mississippi. Mississippi. For the Alabama Auburn show, we'll have it hooked up, and that should be very interesting.
Yeah, we're trying to defend a title from last year. We won a tournament down at the Refuge in Jackson, Mississippi, and this year we're playing somewhere else in Jackson, Mississippi.
At the Canton Country Club.
Canton Country Club, right outside Jackson. It's again, this is a nice big Salvation Army. My brother says, sorry, UT for life, dog.
Hey, Kurt, you can't say that. You live in Georgia, baby.
He lives in North Carolina,
Oh, I thought. Oh, you're right. You do live in North Carolina. My bad. You can
but he
say
roots for Tennessee.
there's no football in North Carolina. You can say.
I tell you what he can do, man. He can scrape a yard.
Hey, Kurt, I'm gonna send you a picture next week of my son Will striping our yard. We talked about that yesterday, so
Yeah.
be ready. I'm sending you some striping, and you tell me what he needs to do to make it better. My man.
Man, Samuel Ray just jumped on. Hey, Sam, with the what you can do, Sam, to make everything better is give us a big War Eagle, Sam.
Sam, if you do that Bible I'm looking for you, I'm gonna still give it to you. Anyway, don't ever say War Eagle, Sam. Sam's not gonna ever say War Eagle. Why would you even think that he's gonna say War Eagle?
I mean, I'm just making conversation. The Alabama Auburn show. Is that a fully loaded conversation?
Yes, it is. You try. All right, give me that question you're going to ask me.
All right, so everything's kind of quiet in the Alabama camp. Really, you're not hearing anything about recruiting. Really, you're not hearing anything come out of the camp at all. Really, really quiet. What's going on in Tuscaloosa?
If I had to say they're holding on to what they got, right? I mean, they're doing everything they do to fight to hold on to what they got, to make everybody think that everything is on the up and up, that everybody's on the same page. I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, really, and I don't think anybody knows other than the people that are in the know that are big time donors to the University of Alabama. Um, there's some uncertainty there. And the reason there's uncertainty there is because you've had such a great coach like Nick Saban that has been there and has built such a program that people expect to win every stinking freaking game that there is. And
Sure.
and so now people are like, well, what are we going to do? They're running around frantic because they've never been that no, not never. They haven't been in this predicament since Schuler, right? And so Schuler, and not that Schuler's a great offensive guy. We know that, especially in the NFL. I mean, the guy can do it. But the reality is we're freaking out. People are freaking out. And so they're running around and they're freaking out. And so it's freaking out everybody else. It cannot not spill over to the athletes that are there and the ones that potentially can come to the University of Alabama. So I just think they're and also, let's be honest, the media loves, and you know what I'm talking, you know what I'm saying is true. The media loves to hate the University of Alabama. Not all, but a lot of the media
Mm,
love to hate, and partially because of the fans, some of the ignorant fans of the University of Alabama. So that's why they love to hate them, so they can stir them up. But that spills over into recruiting. If people say that doesn't, they're crazy. It does spill over because now in the day we live in, NIL money is based off jersey sales, helmet sales, all of these different things that they got, autographs, or how can we get you to endorse our products and all of those different things. So right now, I think this whole Nick Saban leaving has caused Alabama to be in turmoil. And if I had to say one thing, now I am ignorant. I'm 51 years old. I'm stupid as they come. And not successful by any stretch of the imagination in any area of my life. And so what I would have said though is they should have prepared the people of Alabama for this transition. It shouldn't have been abrupt. It shouldn't have been, this is what's going to happen. They should have already said, look, this is what's going to happen. And at the end of this year, now I know we talk about recruits, but look at what we're going through now, right? I mean, it's chaos. So they very well would have said, well, we're not going to do that because of recruits. It's going to cost us issues. It's going to cost people that have committed. They can commit and decommit anytime they want to during this period. So I call BS on that. I
well,
think
starting the 15th.
yeah, yes, but still, I think I call BS on it because they could have prepared these people for this deal, and It's a demon of their own making. I think they've got to get this crap worked out. I don't like it. I think it's chaos. I don't like it for any university. Um, I like NIL. I think that the kids should make some money.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Not against,
I love it. I
yeah,
love it.
I'm not
How about
against.
this? So, is Alabama? Obviously, Alabama is a better program this coming year, 2024 season, than Nick Saban's first season.
Yes,
Night and day. What was Alabama's record that first year?
6-4, I think. Is that right?
No, it was 7-6, I think.
Oh, I said 6-4. 7-6. Okay, so he
I
was.
think it was 7-6, but I think NCAA took some wins away, so I think they ended up being like 2-6. Is that right, Brian Stanfield?
Recruiting violations.
I mean, you sucked the year before, so I'm not sure what happened there.
You're such a. Woo, if you want my grandmother.
Oh, it wasn't good. So I hear a lot of Bama people crying, but you got a top 10 roster in the country.
I'm not crying.
I didn't say you. I said some Bama fans.
Okay.
Although it sounded like you were crying a little bit.
I did a little. I was trying to play, the bleeding heart thing, but you weren't listening.
I see you, Stephen A. Did I see Stephen A. wearing a Diddy T-shirt? I swear I did. I swear I saw that. So I think Alabama's still going to win. Let me say this. If I put the total at 12 ball games, over or under 12 for Bama this year. And anybody can comment here.
Under.
Alabama's win totals 12 over and under.
Under. I think they win 11. I think that's where they're at this year. By the way, your boy Brooks just bogeyed the first, so you're welcome.
Yes.
I think it's under. I'll take the under this year. That don't mean they're wiped out of any stretch of the imagination. I just think the way the SEC schedules are this year, it's going to be tough for every freaking school. What about Auburn? If we're doing the 12, what is it? Over under for you?
Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
We got the Auburn roster here. I mean the Auburn. I said roster. The Rastaman. I got the.
The Shambo finishes at 7 under with a 65.
Here's the Auburn schedule that Blake and Nicole brought me.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So let's go through this.
Okay.
I think Auburn's going to win. Yeah.
He said,
I think Auburn gets 10.
10.
I think they get 10 wins.
Well, there you go. All right, folks. It is Masters Week. Guess what's going to happen at the Kapow houses? Nothing but the Masters. I don't give a pee about nothing but the Masters, Jerry.
Putt, Rory, putt.
Woo! DeChambeau, man, 7 under right now.
Love to see it.
Matter of fact, there's a University of Alabama grad in the Masters this year. And
he ain't gonna make the cut.
Shut your face right now when you're talking about words, Jerry White. Jerry, what bank do you love more than anybody?
Exchange Bank. Not only Exchange Bank does a lot for Rainbow City and all their locations. They've been employed. My family member for a long time, as Tim Warren's wife, Kelly's sister, has worked at Exchange Bank for downtown quite some time, years and years. So I see how they treat their employees. They treat them like family.
Yeah.
Man, just love me some Exchange Bank, and you will too.
One of our great friends, Chris, back in the day, man, we loved him. And
yeah.
Just the way they rallied around each other, man. Just great people.
I still got a favorite Chris who works there, Chris Ray.
I do like Chris Ray. I That brother's got it going on.
He's a good dude, man.
He's a good guy, man. And he's on top of things. I will tell you this, though. If there's another sponsor that we love more than we do just about anybody in our lives, it's Trent and Jenny Thrasher. They do so much for you and I. They do so
Yeah.
much for the community. And matter of fact, we had a discussion about them today. Some folks that I was with about Clinic 5. And they're not a sponsor of this show, but they're a sponsor of our Kapow shows. Clinic 5 does so much for our community, man. And we appreciate everything they do. But fully loaded, if you got some junk, they'll drop a dumpster and you just fill that mother up. They'll come take it away for you. And you ain't got to never see that stuff again. Jerry, I'm thinking about getting a dumpster for you tomorrow.
Good. Because I need one at my storage unit in Rainbow City.
Hey, Jerry, I got one word.